Many people confuse between reliability and quality. They have the presumption that both reliability and quality are one and the same. This is not true. Many people wrongly have a perception that reliability is a very difficult subject to learn or master. It is not so if you start learning from the basics and fundamentals. On the positive scale, there is a huge career in reliability. Reliability problems are universal. Every company has one or the other reliability difficulty, and that is where the reliability experts are now in very much demand in several organizations. Apart from that, the knowledge you gain from these sessions what I conduct will help you to do well in the interviews as well as while teaching the reliability concepts to your subordinates or team in your organization. Hi, this is Jagdish Kumar, Master Black Belt Six Sigma, Certified Reliability Engineer and Certified Manager for Quality and Organizational Excellence from American Society for Quality, also a lead auditor ISO 9001:2015 doing this presentation. Now let us have a brief introduction. We know customers purchase reliable products only. Nobody wants to purchase an unreliable item and have a permanent headache of repeated calls for replacement during warranty or repairs moving forward. On the other hand, nowadays for technical products especially, customers have become so smart that they are including the reliability terms and reliability targets in the purchase order itself. That makes manufacturer compelling to meet and demonstrate to the customer that the reliability expected by the customer is really built into the product they have made. Also, as you can visualize, unreliable products can kill a business. Because once a customer finds a company's product as not good, he will tell several people around that the product is not up to the mark and please do not purchase. In this way, if not today, slowly the company's business starts going down, and this can be a killer for the business as far as reliability is concerned if it is not met. Good reliability products save wasteful and recurring expenditures. Now, what are wasteful expenditures? For example, if I have made a product and given warranty for 1 year and something goes wrong in the product due to manufacturing process or the part that is used in the product, customer will give a complaint to me and I have to do the servicing, replacement or whatever action free of cost because the item is already in the warranty period. Definitely this is a wasted money because nobody is going to pay that money to the company. There are recurring costs, like if the product is not reliable, the repairs will be very frequent and there could be one vulnerable part which is failing repeatedly. That means it is a recurring repair for the same part, replacement or repair, which is not at all liked by the customer. Every organization faces difficulties to meet the reliability targets of the customer, or if it is a common item, say like consumer durables like television. If one brand has a very high reliability, people will purchase that brand. I know I cannot name the brand, but you know, if you talk about reliability, you will look at particular brand or particular set of brands and so on. So that makes other players, other manufacturers also to know the reliability of the leading company and then imbibe in their product. Otherwise, they will not be in the business for long. Now, let us have an objective set for today's session. The objective is, of course, one of the objectives is understand reliability in simple terms. My philosophy is that when in doubt, go to basics, learn from basics in simple language so that you are very clear in your knowledge and nobody can shake you. Now, second, Know that quality and reliability are not one and the same. This is what I told in the introduction also. Several people, even the high-end professionals, have this confusion that there is not much difference between quality and reliability. It is not true. Now, no practical approach to reliability improvement, because after knowing that reliability of the product is not good enough, you will look into the reason or the root cause for poor reliability and you will start improving. You may find several options, but do not go for all the options into reliability. Go for the high value add reliability build up. Means go to the worst case scenario and then improve. If you do one or two improvements, the reliability of the overall system goes up by miles, which I will demonstrate in the later example. This is my philosophy anyway. Keep simple things simple so that people understand, appreciate and implement the concept which so far has been uncomfortable to them. Now, let us understand the meaning of reliability in simple terms. It is one of the definitions, of course, which you can use during your interviews or lectures also, if you have to guide your team members. Now, reliability is the probability of continuous delivery of performance. Let us try to understand. Reliability is the assurance or the likelihood that the item continuously works throughout its life. Now, you know what is probability. Probability is likelihood, and you also know that probability value will be always equal to 1 maximum or less than 1. So probability of an item working continuously throughout its life is less than 100%. That's why it is less than 1. Higher the number, better it is. This is a simple definition of reliability. Now moving forward, any product, service or system is reliable only when it works without trouble and throughout its useful life. Please see, I put it in a slightly elaborative more, but every word put in simple way so that you will catch each word. Each word has a meaning and each word has to be remembered if you have to have the correct meaning and understanding of reliability. Any product has reliability which you can understand. Even service reliability is also equally important. And system means all the processes in an industry put together form the system. If the system of an organization is not good, that organization cannot be an excellent organization. If there is unreliability when they do not work throughout their life and without any problem. Now, reliability consider. These are the additional requirements which are also equally important but to be remembered. Usage of item by a trained competent person is the assumption here. If, as you know, a new vehicle which is driven by a person who is learning driving, wear and tear on the vehicle will be enormous and it will undergo repair very quickly. Similarly here also, it assumes that the item is being used by a trained competent person who is capable of handling the equipment correctly. Also, in a standard working environment. Please do not take environment lightly. We have had a lot of experience in our earlier company. For example, if the same equipment is taken to lay border where the temperature is minus, the equipment may work. The equipment, when it is brought to say Tar border or near Rajasthan border where the temperature can go up to 50 degrees, the equipment may not work satisfactorily. Environment has a huge impact. Second example, suppose I have a system which has to be actually installed in an air conditioned room in a dust free environment, in a temperature controlled environment, and if I install this equipment in the ship and in the corrosive sea environment, you can visualize within one year the equipment that should have lived for 10 years in the air conditioned hall would live and I felt within 1 year. This is the experience that I have had. Now, meaning of reliability. This is one easy way of remembering the difference between quality and reliability. If quality is a snap of photography, reliability is a motion picture. Means to say, what do we do in quality if we understand? we actually test or inspect the item to see that the parameters of the item, there could be 100 parameters, all are within the tolerance, within the specification limits, and we pass the item in quality inspection. But many a times you would have also seen that items are packed, they go to customer's place, they don't work there, or they work very partially only. That means there is no reliability even though quality is passed. What is reliability? As we discussed in the previous slide, now we know very well. Reliability is the assurance or likelihood that the item will work trouble-free throughout its life, provided the item is used by trained personnel in the standard environment. So reliability is over a period of say 10 years of life for a product. That is it is called as a motion picture, a long-term affair. Next, a product passes the quality inspection but does not work or work partially at customer's place, as explained in the previous bullet point, is not a reliability. So also I would like to give a very valuable input to you from my 35 years of experience. Meet the reliability requirement of the customer, meet the reliability requirement of the market, but do not overdo. If you overdo, you will spend enormous money which is not recognized by the customer or the market. That's a waste. Now, reliability is expressed as a probability value, which we have already covered. Just I am trying to recap before we get into the next topic. A perfectly reliable item only, a perfect item can only have a reliability equal to 1. All other items which will have 1 or 2 vulnerabilities or weaknesses are having the reliability figure less than 1. But closer to 1 is always good. And higher the number, better it is. So reliability figure will be a value less than 1. Now I'll give an example just to clarify on the concept of reliability and how to read reliability in real practice. Let us assume the reliability of a product say is 0.95. It is given in the purchase order say by the customer. Now what is the meaning? Meaning is the probability or likelihood that the product works satisfactorily and without failure during its work life of say X hours. You may say, when the life is years, why are you talking about hours? But in mathematical calculation for reliability, please register in your mind without forgetting that the timeline is expressed in hours, not in years. Say, if it is a life of 10,000 hours, 10,000 value is substituted in the reliability equation. Of course, that is high end. I am not touching that portion now. Moving forward, I will do it in the second higher level explanation of reliability in some other presentation later. Now, as we discussed, when operated by a trained individual, a competent person, and in the standard working environment for which the product has been designed. As I told you, the item is designed to work in air-conditioned room. You cannot keep it in the saline sea environment. It will corrode within no time. Then what is the probability or likelihood that is shown in the third line is 95%. So a probability of 0.95 in percentage is a 95%. So as we understood here, the likelihood that the item will work satisfactorily without failure throughout its life of say 10,000 hours when operated by a trained individual and when operated in the standard working environment is equal to 95% is the meaning when we say reliability of a product is 0.95. Also, as I told you, 1 is the highest figure for ideal perfect item, otherwise it will be closer to 1 but less than 1. But higher the reliability number, better the item is. For example, reliability 0.98 is a better item in reliability rather than 0.95. Now, we will take an example of a pen and just demonstrate how the reliability is calculated. Now, how to calculate reliability of a ball pen is the case that I have chosen. You are seeing the picture of a ball pen here with the parts. As you see, item number 1 is which is the actually part of the pen, the ball pen refill. For that, let us assume reliability R1 is equal to 0.95. I should not use the word assume. The reliability figures for standard items are available in the industry standards or in the reliability test journals or in international journals on the standards like military standards for say high-tech and defense items. So let the reliability of the ball pen refill that stem with the ball tip to be R1 and equal to 0.95. The second item, the front cone threaded, as you can see in the picture, which holds and presses the spring, and that is actually a slightly more vulnerable part. Say its reliability R2 is equal to 0.90. Say 0.90 reliability is less than or inferior to 0.95, as I told. Now let us consider the third part, that is stem cylinder threaded, which actually holds the refill and supports the pen refill, as you know. Let its reliability be R3 equal to 0.95. Let the reliability of the spring R4 be 0.70. And finally, the last part, that is press button, which is used actually to push the refill forward to right and withdraw the refill into the pen when we don't want to write. And that press button, let it, the reliability of that R5 is equal to 0.70. As I told, these values are not through hat. They can be obtained from various industry journals, magazines, or even the supplier sometimes, if asked, will provide the reliability figures for their products or sub-assemblies. Now, how to know the reliability system? Means here system is pen. How to know the overall reliability of the pen is equal to R1 into R2 into R3 into R4 into R5 in my case. And that's what we did here. We found the overall reliability as 0.40. Now what is the lesson learned? You would have seen individual items with reliability 95%, 90% look to be very good. There are two items with 70% reliability. Still you don't think they are so bad, but overall when they are assembled, you can see for an assembled final product how the reliability becomes very, very bad. Like 0.40 you are seeing here, which is not at all acceptable. Now suppose we improve the reliability of worst case scenarios. Now there may be 4, 5 or even 10, 20 items, parts in the system whose reliability is finally bringing down the reliability of the item. Then what do? You cannot look to improve the reliability of every item. That is totally uneconomical. Please remember this approach. This is the story of worst case scenario. Means those 1 or 2 items, if you want to be very perfect, you can use the Pareto principle. 20% out of the low reliability parts or 20% out of the parts that go into a system, whatever is comfortable to you, if you choose and improve their reliability, suddenly with the 2 or 3 parts attempted for improvement, you will find the overall improvement shooting up significantly. Let us assume here that I have changed the spring from another manufacturer and his reliability is 0.85, which is better, and for the press button I have gone for another supplier whose actually new reliability, as I see, is 0.9. Now what will happen to the reliability? As we use the same formula R1 into R2 and so on, the reliability is 63% now. Look at 40%, look at 63%. What did I do? I changed the supplier for 2 items with say marginal cost. It jumped to 63. Still I don't say it is excellent, but it demonstrates very well 2 concepts. One, even though individual items look to be very good in reliability, the system reliability can be pulled down by 1 or 2 weak reliability or low reliability items. On the positive side, if 1 or 2 low reliability items are replaced with high reliability items, or if the low reliability items are worked on to improve their reliability, suddenly you see the system reliability going up by miles. So both the aspects have to be remembered by us. Now, benefits of high reliability products are what? 1, reduced warranty cost, because any warranty money spent, customer will not pay for us, it is a waste for us. And wasteful expenditure can be in the form of low productivity, low logistics cost, low repeated transport cost, and so on, which become wasteful. Apart from other damages to the company's reputation. Also reduced legal safety liability. By any chance my unreliable product leads to safety issue at my customer's place, he is likely to put a legal case on my company and my company is liable to compensate. This is a bad scenario. So to avoid this, we need to build reliability in the product. Same is the case with the legal liability. If the legal requirements are not met by my unreliable product, again I may be sued for huge money. In Western countries, we have seen the customers suing the companies to the extent of millions of dollars. So that's not a small money that we will lose because we have not built reliability or safety into our product. Also, please remember, safety, legal compliance are part of reliability. Now, reduction in life cycle cost for customer. What is life cycle cost? From customer's perspective, from purchase and installation of the item in his place to disposal of the item by him, what all money he needs to spend becomes life cycle cost for the customer. For a manufacturer, if he is giving lifetime warranty, then from the conceptual design, manufacturing to testing and then installation at customer's place, disposal at customer's place, the entire cycle becomes life cycle for the manufacturer. So any reliability improvement will save money at several stages and huge money saving is possible. Next, enhance brand image, because people will be happy with the product and they will tell other customers also that the product is good, you can buy, and they become our ambassadors or they recommend our products on their own to other potential customers. But this is very important. A reliable product always creates high customer confidence, which leads to customer loyalty, means customer will come again and again, purchase our own item and no other brand. And finally, all these will lead to high business growth. There are a lot of positive impacts apart from the threat that if you don't meet customers' reliability target or industry's reliability as obtained by other competitors, then you will have trouble. But apart from that, it will have positive impact like high business growth, substantial business growth. Now let me sum up what we learned now. Reliability is a measure of, please remember all this, fail-free working of item throughout its life, when used by knowledgeable person, means trained person, in specified working environment, not in some other environment which is harsher. And also please remember, reliability significantly decides the fate of the organization as we discussed. Please remember this interesting analysis. A satisfied customer recommends 5 potential customers that the product is good. An unsatisfied customer complains to 20 future customers, 20 against 5 in the previous case, that the product is bad and do not purchase from the company. So you understand the importance of reliability and the threat if you do not implement reliability or improve reliability. Also on the positive side, you understand now that every organization has a demand for reliability experts and there is a huge career in reliability domain. Now, please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed so far. This will encourage us to come forward with more and more simple concepts, simple presentation of even complex concepts for your easy understanding and utilization. Also, please press the bell icon so that whatever series we release moving forward, you get the notification and you can go through the lectures. Please press the like button if you have liked the presentation, and thank you so much for all your help.